You know, this lighting actually isn't the worst. Should I have my hair down? I do look a little rough right now. Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. Sorry if this lighting is kind of bad. It's like nighttime right now, so I'm just using the light from like my light. I normally film during the daytime, but today was a busy day. I had a lot going on, so we're filming at night. So we're still in quarantine. I think it's been over 2 months at this point. I don't really know. So I've been having a lot of free time. I know you guys have probably been having a lot of free time too. I've been watching a lot of Netflix recently, and before this I really didn't watch Netflix that much because I didn't really have time to like start new shows and stuff, so I mostly just watched YouTube videos. But recently I've been watching a lot of Netflix, so I thought it would be really fun to give you guys some of my Netflix recommendations and just tell you guys what I've been watching recently. Should we have glasses? I don't know. Why not? We're gonna keep them on. Let's get into the shows I've been watching recently. So first of all, I'm gonna cut to the chase. We're gonna be talking about my all-time favorite show. I literally love this show so much. This show was just amazing, and I mean, probably everyone has already seen it, but my first recommendation is Outer Banks. One of the main reasons I wanted to make this video was just so I could rant about how much I love Outer Banks. So first of all, the aesthetic of the whole show, like the teen surfer, like indie teen vibes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Obviously it takes place in the Outer Banks. The characters in it are so good, and the character development throughout the show is amazing. The characters are just so good, like I can't describe it. And every single person in the show is good looking. The actors and actresses are just so good looking. Kiara, I literally want to be her. Just her whole aesthetic. Her hair is gorgeous. I don't know, just I love Kiara. Okay, obviously John B, like, love him. Chase Stokes, amazing. I feel like most Netflix shows are like really predictable, like you kind of know what's gonna happen, but this show, not the case at all. It's not predictable, at least for me it wasn't. I don't know, I might be like overreacting. I felt like I was always like intrigued. Like I was kept on my toes, like I couldn't see what was coming. It was amazing. I actually just finished watching it last night because I only allowed myself to watch 1 episode per day, so I could like stretch it out for as long as I could because I loved the show so much. But yeah, I could talk about Outer Banks all day, but if you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely go watch it. It's such a good like summer show, and there's like romance, there's mystery. I'm gonna move on because this video will literally be like 30 minutes long of just me talking about Outer Banks. Okay, so the next show that I've been watching is The Bates Motel. So this is an older show. It's based off of the movie Psycho. Norman's father dies, so they move into a old hotel that they're gonna renovate, and basically Norma ends up killing someone who breaks into their house. The whole first season is like about them like trying to cover it up, and there's this whole thing with the deputy and the sheriff. There's some sketchy stuff going on, and there's this whole side plot with Norman's brother, and he's getting in some shady business with these marijuana growers. I'm not the best at explaining things, but yeah, so it's a really good show. I've only watched the first season, so I haven't watched the whole thing. I think there's like 5 seasons. Let me check. Yeah, there's 5 seasons, but I'm definitely probably going to be watching the rest of it. But it's a really good like mystery kind of drama type show. Okay, so my next show recommendation is Never Have I Ever. So this show is kind of like a comedy, like teen show. I don't know, it's kind of cheesy. I feel like it's like meant to be kind of cheesy, and like it just kind of works, you know? I don't really know how to describe this. So basically it's about this Indian girl whose father passes away, and pretty much she's like a reject of the school. Like everyone kind of thinks she's weird, and her friends have kind of always been like the rejects, like the smart kids, and like no one really likes them. So it's basically about her trying to get with this one boy who was like the the most popular guy at the school. But it's really cute and it's like kind of funny, kind of quirky, if you will. It's a good show to pass the time. I'm almost done with it, I'm pretty sure. I'm on like the second to last episode, but yeah, it's really good. I definitely recommend it. Okay, my next show recommendation is Lock and Key. So this I also haven't finished watching. I don't know why I like stop watching shows in the middle. I don't know, I think I kind of have a poor attention span, but that's besides the point. The show is really interesting. It's about this family who, it's been a while since I've watched it honestly, but the father dies, the mother and the 3 kids move into their like estate in a different city. Everyone knew how the father died, so everyone kind of like knows their name. So pretty much the basis of this is that in the house there's these like magic keys that give you different powers. It sounds kind of weird when you say it, and the show is a little cheesy. There's a little boy, no one believes him. He finds the key and then he talks to this weird girl down in a well who tells the boy that she's his echo. There's 2 teens in it and they're trying to like acclimate to their new school. I don't know, I'm only 2 episodes in, so I haven't really watched that much, but so far I like it. Okay, the next show I'm going to recommend is I'm Not Okay With This. This show is really good. It's kind of like Stranger Things vibes. I feel like it's kind of like a knockoff Stranger Things. Why is the father dead in like all of these shows? I just noticed that. That's weird. But anyway, this girl has been like kind of depressed ever since her father's passing. She's having like issues with her mom. She has this neighbor who lives down the street. Love him. He's like kind of like a stoner, but kind of like quirky, kind of shy, kind of, I don't know. He like has a crush on the girl, so she ends up figuring out that she has like powers, but she doesn't really know how to control them. So she's trying to figure out how to control these powers, and then she's also dealing with her sexuality, and she starts having feelings for her best friend, and her best friend starts dating this jerk jock guy. But yeah, so it's a really good show. If you like Stranger Things, you'll probably like this. But also the girl does kind of annoy me in it. Like she's kind of like a drama queen and I kind of hate her sometimes. Okay, the next show I'm going to recommend is Hill House. So this show is literally so good. I'm so bad at explaining things and it's been a while since I've watched this. Stay with me. In this one, the father is alive but the mother is dead. So it takes place like in the present day, but it's like it shows the story through like kind of like flashbacks. The time like keeps switching back and forth between the present and the past, and it's kind of like a psychological thriller. I don't know, freaks you out like mentally kind of, but it's about this family and they live in Hill House and pretty much some freaky stuff goes down in this house. It's very haunted. When they're adults, like one of the boys ends up becoming like a drug addict, so he's like battling his addiction throughout the whole thing, and then one of the kids grows up and writes a book about their experiences at Hill House and then profits off it and becomes really rich, but then the rest of the kids resent him for it because he didn't really like share the profits and like he didn't really ask their permission. And then they're also all kind of mad at the father because he didn't really explain anything to them. I'm tired. It's only 9 o'clock. This quarantine has turned me into a grandma. I literally go to sleep at like 10 and then wake up at 6:45 because I don't know why. Okay, the next show I'm going to recommend is The Staircase. This one you guys might not have actually heard about. So this is a documentary and it's on Netflix. Obviously this is a Netflix recommendations video. So we actually watched this in my forensics class. Let me tell you guys, this is like one of the best documentaries I've ever watched. I've always loved watching like forensic files on TV and like Mr. Murdery shows and like crime shows. So if you enjoy watching shows like that, you will definitely love this show. So it's about Michael Peterson and his wife Kathleen dies. So it shows the process of finding like all the evidence, interviewing different people, and there's this whole side thing where Michael's previous wife also died in a similar way on the staircase. That's why it's called The Staircase. So there's a bunch of different theories about how she died, and also also Michael is accused of killing her, so that's why he's on trial. They show like all the evidence and the whole process of the trial and everything, and it's like really interesting and really educational also. And they show like the blood spatter and everything about that. So if you're interested in crime, definitely watch the show. It's so good. Okay, so the last show recommendation I'm going to be giving is another basic one. Pretty much everyone and their mothers has seen this, but if you haven't, I'm here to give you the scoop. So Tiger King, it's literally so good. It's another documentary. So it's about Joe Exotic and how he runs a zoo, and his like pretty much arch nemesis Carol Baskin. You know the TikTok? Okay, I'm actually going insane. So yeah, pretty much Joe Exotic, he's running a zoo, he has his tigers, he has his multiple husbands throughout the show. There's some crazy stuff that goes down. I'm not gonna give away any of it because it's wild. There's some funny parts, sad parts, there's some shocking parts. Then there's this one dude who always has a monkey on his shoulder. He's a baddie, I love him. And then there's this idiot. What is his name? Todd? No. Jeff. That's his name. Okay, Jeff. I hate Jeff. Doc Antle. He has like a cult type zoo thing. Pretty much everyone has watched it already, but if you haven't, definitely go check it out. Okay, so I've literally been talking for like 40 minutes. So good luck editing Julia with this video. But yeah, so that's it for my Netflix recommendations. Also, guys, just a side note, we're officially monetized. That's just really exciting, and thank you guys so much for watching my videos and subscribing and supporting me. I love you guys literally so much. Like, YouTube just makes me so happy and it keeps me going, and I'm just so happy that I have this platform, and this is just such a good outlet for me, and I'm just so thankful. Sorry for that little rant, but I just love you guys, and just thank you so much for being here. But anyway, I hope you guys found a good show recommendation to watch. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe and leave me a comment down below because I read all of my comments, and if you liked this video, make sure to give it a like because it will really help out my channel. I'm really tired and I'm probably gonna go edit this video now because I have to upload tomorrow. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.